Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices. We'll look at the NASDAQ and the SP. I want to start with the NASDAQ today because it's leading to the upside, and the main point here, or a couple of main points, is that I'm unsure if we have wave 4 here as a wave, B wave and C wave for wave 4 here, and then moving from wave 4 here would move up for wave 1 here, where the D wave is wave 2 here, and then into this structure here. Or we have the larger triangle pattern to the A, the B, the C, the D, and the E here. Both are justified. We'll see. We'll know in the end as the structure starts to develop up here, because we'll get that extra wave or not. But at the same time, we certainly see this market moving higher, and at this level here, the 6,500, what we call a medium level. It's halfway between 8,000 and 5,000 to the downside here. Don't need that anymore. And yeah, so let's go in. And so in a nutshell, we can start counting our 5-way structure from this low here or this low here. If we took it from this low here, then we would look at it in terms of move it into this structure. I think this is the one. So we'll look at it as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. And we'll look a little bit like this here. Let me space it out. Wave 1 here, wave 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then up for wave 5 here. And in wave 5 here, just while we're here, we've got 1 and 2, and then we'll need the third wave in here, fourth and a fifth into here. The 72 number here will be important, and that's where we'll see a corrective market pattern play out, but it still has further to move to the upside here with all of this. So yeah, look, if we count it from here, that's where we take it from, but if wave 4 is going to be over here, then we need to count this slightly differently here as such, but certainly making a move higher. So on the 4-hour chart, we can take it, this is being conservative here, so we take it from this low here, and we can look at it in terms of the same structure really, in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then moving up here. But I can see that this is also not completed yet either, because we've got wave 1 and 2 here, so we're still in the third wave here in this case, and there'll be the fourth and the fifth. So it's just not finished. So 1 and 2 here. So here, so we can expect here if I can just blow this up a little bit, we'll see the arrival, some sort of reaction, first high above the level, and then we'll see some type of correction here. We'll also see the same at the 300 here as well. It will just be, because we use the price as a Fibonacci price ratio moving up here, that means that the correction will be larger as it moves up. So obviously this is 7,000, and we've got 1, 2 and 3 here, which is group 1. So getting support on top of group 1 would send us up to the 7,500 at that stage. So that support getting here will be important here. So yeah, we're seeing a nice trend at the moment that's not finished. So when it's finished, then we'll see correction. The SP500, we've got 2 counts for that, and I wanted to show the NASDAQ first because it is leading to the upside. You know, it's testing the old highs up here where this market is lagging. So in this case here, this is our bearish count here, where we have wave 3 here, an A wave here, and then an A and a B and a C wave over here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and moving up roughly sort of a little bit higher into this space here. We can investigate this trend here in a moment, and then moving lower through that point. So yeah, this one is very sluggish, but anyway, that's the bearish count. And if we look at this bearish count on a bit more of an intraday basis, then it hasn't got far to go in that instance. If I can just drag this in, so from that wave A down there, moving up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in green, And in this case here, we've got very clear 1 and 2 here, and a wave 3 here. And we're at the 50 here, the 2750, so that's the midpoint here, 5 being the second strongest number. So we're going to see some sort of correction there, and we're seeing that there now. So the normal sort of pattern is the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then some sort of ABC correction, and then up from that point. So yeah, we can see that we're sort of in this space here at the moment, or trying to get through this old high here in that particular pattern there. The other pattern that we have on the bullish side, which would be a little bit more in line with the NASDAQ, would be this pattern here. So a triangle pattern of an A and a B and a C and a D and an E here, and then up for 1 and back for 2. Now, also need to go over this as well. Like the NASDAQ, it's also possible to have, if I can just copy that here and put that here, so I'll just dull that out for the time being. Wave 1 there, and we can do the same with wave 2 here, so I'll just copy that and put that in here. Not that it affects us that much, and we'll know in due course, but if we have wave 4 here and this up for 1 and 2 here, then this would be up for 1 of the next smaller degree here, and then wave 2 here. But if that's the case, if we have this as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 of the next smaller degree here, then this move up here should really start to move off strongly. Is it? Not really, is it? So it is moving, but not for the not in line with the it would be the third of the third, and then 1 and 2 in here of the third, so it would be the third of the third of the third. So I'd expect a stronger move within all of that. So I'll keep this here as the primary count for the bullish count in this case. And you know, we know that this little structure moving up through here, we know that we can look at this as 1 and 2 here and 3 here, and then we're looking for a 4th and a 5th wave to come into here in that instance there, if that was going to be the end of it there. So still, let's go back to that hourly chart to draw in that. So in this case here, it would be this 1 and 2 here, and then this 3rd wave here. So we can bring this will be the first high above the level. So yeah, as I mentioned before, just drawing it over here, the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then some type of corrective pattern here, which will be that wave 4 here, and then moving up from there. So yeah, something of this nature here, and pulling back into this space here. So any more long trades here would really be on top of this B wave or down near the C wave here. And the other thing too here is we don't want this wave 4 coming down here and overlapping the top of wave 1 here, especially on the physical market, the cash market. So we'll keep an eye on that as well here. There is another count for this here as well, looking at this not as wave 3 here. It's just it's probably not the case, but looking at it like this here, looking at this as wave 2 here, then wave 1 and 2. So rather than 1 and 2 and 3 here, I've got it as 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, and building up that way. So that's also possible as well. But I'll introduce it now, so it just, you know, so it's in the all the counts are in the hat. But look, as far as our long trades go, wherever you've gotten in long, we'll just stay there and stay within that particular trend there, and the same with the NASDAQ as well. All right, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.